What's up guys, welcome back. We're going to be solving another question in today's video, and we have 81 to the power of sine squared of x plus 81 to the power of cosine squared of x is equal to 30, and we have to solve this equation for x. So looking at this, we see that we have 81 as the base of each of these two expressions, and we know 81 is 9 times 9, or 3 squared times 3 squared, or 3 to the 4. And we're going to start with this, see how we can simplify this equation. So basically we have 3 to the 4 to the power of sine squared of x plus 3 to the 4 to the power of cosine squared of x is equal to 30. And from the laws of the exponent, we know when we have a to the m to the n, this will be equal to a to the power of m times n. So that's the scenario in here. We can multiply each of these two. So basically we have 3 to the power of 4 times sine squared of x plus 3 to the power of 4 cosine squared of x is equal to 30. And we know that sine squared of x plus cosine squared of x is equal to 1. So basically we can find cosine based on the sine, and cosine squared of x would be basically 1 minus, just going to bring the sign on the other side of the equation, so 1 minus sine squared of x. So we're going to use this in here, and if we look at our exponents, we have 3 to the 4 times sine squared of x plus 3 to the power of 4 times, instead of cosine, we're going to plug in our 1 minus sine squared of x is equal to 30. And if we look at here, we basically have 4 times each of these, so it will be 4 minus 4 times sine squared of x. And from the laws of the exponent, we know when we have a to the power of m minus n, this will be equal to a to the power of m over a to the power of n. So basically here we have, from the first expression, we're going to keep it divided. So here we're going to do that ratio. Basically this is our m and this is our n, so it can be written as 3 to the power of 4 over 3 to the power of 4 sine squared of x is equal to 30. What we did so far is that we managed to write this equation based on the same expression here, where we can let that be our y. So we're gonna let 3 to the power of 4 sine squared of x y, and we're gonna have a simpler equation. So basically we have y plus 3 to the 4 over y is equal to 30. And here, instead of 3 to the 4, we can write 81, and if we multiply this equation by y, basically we have y squared plus 81 is equal to 30y, and we're just going to bring everything on the left side, so y squared minus 30y plus 81 is equal to 0, and we have a simple quadratic equation that we can use a shortcut in here, since we can find two numbers that multiply 81 and add minus 3, and those two numbers are basically minus 27 and minus 3. So if we multiply them, we get 81, and if we add them, we have minus 30. So our equation can be written as y minus 27 times y minus 3 is equal to 0, and we can get two roots in here. Basically we have a times b equal to 0, a can be 0 and b can be 0 too. So from the first one we can get y is equal to 27, and from the second root we can get y is equal to 3. This is not over yet, because what we called y in the previous step was what we have in here, 3 to the power of 4 sine squared of x. So now we have two different equations to find the x, which is what we are interested in here. And let's go with the y is equal to 27, which was basically 3 to the 4 sine squared of x is equal to 27. And we know that 27 is 3 cubed. So if that's the case, basically our exponent in here has to be equal to 3. So 4 sine squared of x is equal to 3, meaning our sine squared of x is equal to 3 over 4. And if we do the square root on each side, the sine of x will be plus or minus the square root of 3 over square root of 4, which is 2. So if you want to find the answer x in here, we know if we look at our four quarters that we have, in the first quarter and second quarter here, we have the sign positive, and we know that if you want to find this angle, we know that first of all, this value would be the value of the angle 16 here. We just have to decide on the 4 different quarters that we have for the positive or negative sign. So first of all, we know if you want to find the sine of x is equal to square root of 3 over 2, the angles that we have first of all is pi over 3 or 60 degrees. So first quarter and second quarter, so basically these two is going to give us the positive value. So the first angle would be pi over 3, so any value of pi over 3 plus 2k pi, and our k in here is an integer, so this is going to give all the answers in the first quarter. And the second quarter, the angle would be basically this angle, so that would be pi minus pi over 3 plus 2k pi. Again, our k is integer, which is going to cover all the answers. So we know pi minus pi over 3 would be 2/3 of pi, and we have 2k pi as the answer for this. So this is going to be all the answers that we have for square root of 3 over 2. And if we want to go with the sine of x is equal to minus the square root of 3 over 2, everything's the same. We just have to the third and fourth quarter. Again, this angle here is going to make 60 degrees with our horizontal, and also we have these two, again pi over 3 with horizontal, and these two quarters going to give us the negative values. If we want to find the answers in the third corner, we basically have pi plus pi over 3 plus 2k pi. That's going to cover all the answers, and pi plus pi over 3 would be, again, we are looking for this angle here, which is basically pi plus pi over 3, and it will be 4/3 of pi plus 2k pi. And the last answer that we have is basically what I'm going to show in green, which is the answer in the fourth quarter. So here, which is basically 2 pi minus pi over 3. So 2 pi minus pi over 3 plus 2k pi, and that's going to give us 5 pi over 3 plus 2k pi, all the answers in the third and fourth quarter for us. So that was the value that we have when we have our y is equal to 27. So that was pretty much all the answers. Now we have to go figure out the answers that we have when our y is equal to 3. So y is equal to 3, which means our 3 to the power of 4 sine squared of x is equal to 3. We know have the exponent of 143, so this time we have 4 sine squared of x equal to 1, meaning our sine squared of x is equal to 1/4. And if we do the square root on each side, we get sine of x is equal to plus or minus 1/2. So everything's the same, it's just we have different angle as the previous step. We know the sine of 30 degrees or pi over 6 is going to give us 1/2. And again, we have 2 positive answers for the first and second quarter, and the negative answers are in the third and quarter, and each of these angles are going to make pi over 6 with our horizontal. So let's go with the sine of x is equal to 1/2. So our x would be basically what we have in the first quarter, pi over 6 plus 2k pi, and the answer in the second quarter, again this time, would be pi minus pi over 6 plus 2k pi, so will be 5 pi over 6 plus 2k pi. That's pretty much all the answers for the positive value. And when our sine of x is equal to minus 1/2, our x will be in the third corner, so basically pi plus pi over 6 plus 2k pi, which is going to give us 7 pi over 6 plus 2k pi. And our x will be what we have in the fourth quarter, so 2 pi minus pi over 6 plus 2k pi, which is going to be 11 pi over 6 plus 2k pi. And this is the last answer that we have for this question. So we have a lot of answers for this question. It's actually a big one, but a lot of concepts are covered in this question. A very useful question. Let me know if you guys have any questions or if anything is unclear, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and comment. It's going to help me to reach out to more students. And you guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.